All right, so good evening and welcome. This is 40 Days Ministries recording of our 165th Friday Night Delight session and our 166th as well. The 165th is our Bible text references for the study of the bowls of wrath. While it is not given in the order that we used these texts, it's given in biblical order. This here is a listing of different scriptures that we use. So Genesis 9:15b to 16 tells us where God destroyed all terrestrial life with water, and he promised not to do it again. Exodus 19:4 showed us where God used eagles to deliver Israel, because we studied the eagles, three eagles, eagle in heaven passed and was shouting, woe, woe, woe across the earth. And those three woes were the last three trumpets, trumpets 5, 6, and 7, which we looked at briefly. Deuteronomy 32:11, God provides close care of his people, like an eagle parent looks over its babies, eaglets. Isaiah 24:6 had heat prophesied, and we know that the fourth bowl was scorching heat. Isaiah 40:31, eagle deliverance will strengthen Israel, and we know that Israel will be borne away on the wings of the great eagle to a place where Israel will be nourished for 3.5 years. Jeremiah 30:7, fierce persecution happens during Jacob's trouble, but that will end. And that's what Jeremiah 30:7 says. Israel will be persecuted terribly, and Jesus warned them, flee. Ezekiel 17:3, where God used Babylon, described as an eagle, to punish his people. Zechariah 12:10, Israel will turn to God in the end. Mark 13:24, the darker sun is prophesied. 2 Peter 3:6-7, Peter prophesies that the fire is coming to destroy the heavens and the earth. Revelation 8:9-11. Now here we'll have only Revelation stuff because a lot of it came from Revelation. An object gets thrown into the sea, and 1/3 of the ships and sea creatures die. Wormwood falls into the rivers, and 1/3 of the fresh water kills people. This here is part of the trumpet judgments. Revelation 9:1-11, the first woe of the abyss happens where the abyss is opening and suffering is unleashed. This suffering is unleashed on people with the mark of the beast, but the locusts that come out to sting are not allowed to kill them. That I saw a guy who said some sensible things online. I saw him yesterday on a video post talk about how these locusts are helicopters, because that's what John would have seen and thought they look like and described them to be like locusts. Guys, they are not helicopters. They are not flying machines. They are demons. Too many people like to come up with these kinds of smart sounding solutions to biblical descriptions. And all they do is prove how either lost or foolish they are. I was disappointed because this guy, I've seen him post a couple things that make sense. Revelation 9:13-19, Revelation 10, Revelation 11, 1-14, all describe the second woe. Revelation 11, 14-15a and 19, God's temple opens and he speaks from the temple. And the first verse of our main text. Revelation 12, 7-12, the final eviction of the rebellious angels and the wrath of Satan that will happen and cause a great tribulation is described. Revelation 12, 13-17, the wrath of Satan, the escape of Israel, and the persecution of Israel during the great tribulation is described. Revelation 13, the angel that says, woe, woe, woe. The eagle, sorry, I said angel, the eagle. Revelation 14, 9-10, a warning to refuse the beast and his mark. If you didn't pick it up in other texts where the beast and the people who took his mark will suffer, there's a warning here, refuse it. Revelation 16, our main text, the entire chapter describes and explains each bowl of wrath. Session 166 was evidence given to support the supernatural view of the bowl's literal effects. Okay? Supernatural view of the bowl's literal effects. Um, the eagle delivering Israel is a symbol of a natural group that delivers Israel. Because no eagle is going to swoop down, pick up all those people like a bus and fly them off. It's a symbolic reference of something literal that's going to happen. Eagles were used symbolically in many scriptures. The ball effects, swords, dead things, heat, are not symbolic, they are literal. At the least, the sword is a word used for sickness, not so much a metaphor as an example of a type of sickness. Basically, it's one word used to describe many other associated things. The eagle may represent a group that flies Israel to the safety of a mountain nest, but the sore is an actual gross ailment that will be felt on the bodies. It isn't representing a sickness, it is sickness, right? That eagle that we spoke about there, who knows what that will be? Number two, the sore will not have a discernible cause. Even though the mark will be a commonality, the sore will not be caused by the mark, because that would make the sore and its cause traceable to a natural start. This has to be supernatural. So having the mark of the beast does not cause the sore. Having the mark of the beast means you'll be given the sore by God, but it'll be supernatural. The sea turning to blood is not a natural thing. I put here not likely, but it's absolutely not possible for everything in the sea to die naturally. The actual description in Revelation 16:3, where it's described as blood of a corpse, indicates an emphasis to spell it out. It's not going to turn to blood symbolically. It will be emphasized. Everything in the sea dies. The sea becomes like the blood of a corpse. That simile is to show how putrid the ocean will be. Allegorical interpretation of this would be a stretch. The ocean gets polluted before the rivers. This is one of my favorite points. If the ocean gets destroyed and everything in it dies before the rivers, absolute supernatural here, because rivers pollute the ocean does not pollute rivers. Basic logic, natural cause and effect. The flow, even in the water cycle, shows that the rivers flow into the ocean. The ocean doesn't flow into the rivers. It might have a backflow at tide times, high tide times, to part of rivers, but still it will not pollute whole rivers. God literally destroys terrestrial life with water back in Genesis. And he said then that he wouldn't do it again. He also said fire is coming. The water was literal. The fire is going to be literal. Cooper's Corner for that day was, "Be not dismayed, for the Lord is with you, and he will strengthen, help, and uphold you with his righteous hands." We will be looking next, in our next recording of old sessions, at a Bible study session. I won't be doing the Friday Night Delight for a bit. Let's give October 4th a little wait. We have to do some Bible studies from 2024 that I'll record, and then we'll come back to God's will. And after God's will, we start the seal judgments for real. I would like to thank everybody who is here to share our look back at our September sessions, number 165 and 166. Thanks to the live audience as well. I hope that you're able to follow these and you're able to study them. Pay attention to what we shared, look at the text references, and determine that God is angry with sin and the wrath of God is coming. People don't know that. People don't want to acknowledge that because they like a God that they create in their heads, where God loves us just the way we are and we can stay disgusting. God hates sin. When the dust piles, look at the all-powerful creator and say, "You don't know what's best for me. I know what's best for me, and I will do my thing my way." That enrages an all-powerful and perfect God, considering that he has given us instructions and we do our own thing. Please be wise and remember God's wrath is real. So God's favor and blessings be upon you. We thank you for sharing your time. Have a good night.